Hey guys, what's up? It's been way too long. What has it been, 6 months since I posted one of these? Yeah, that's my bad. But I've been busy. What have I been up to the last 6 months? Well, I've been making a game called Shaky Stack. And Shaky Stack's a mobile game that I really didn't want to talk about until I set up certain things. Because I really don't want to use the name until I am certain that I have everything in line before I go releasing to the public what it is and what it's called. So, the last 6 months, the last 444 hours of my personal time, because I have a full-time job on top of making this stuff, I have been working on this game. And it's called Shaky Stack, so let's see what it is. Let's get to it. Alright, so this is one of the first characters that I created, which is actually a plate, but I refer to them as characters, even though that they're kitchen utensils, items, plates, I don't know. So the game is super, super, super complex. So what you have to do is stack items as high as possible. Yeah, I know. I'm going to say that again because it's so confusing. You stack them as high as you can without them falling over. And it's a stack, and it kind of gets a little shaky. And the premise is kind of when you're a kid putting away the dishes, and your mom says, don't stack them up, put them away one by one, and you stack them as high as you can. And I never lost them as a kid and broke them, but I always wondered what that would be like if I actually did drop all the dishes. I mean, I've broken a plate, I've broken a bowl or a glass, and oh, you always try to hide it from your parents because you know you're going to get in trouble, and it's better just to sweep it all up and hide it, and that way nobody knows what happened to that fine china. But that's where part of the premise comes from, is how high can you stack them and put them away without breaking them. So Shaky Stack, it's all about stacking. Don't worry, it's after 5:30. So that was my first character. Let's play some other characters. You know, we got bowls, same thing, just stacking up bowls on top of each other. You know, this one's not too difficult. I'm making it all crazy because I don't got a lot of time for this, so I'm just gonna toss them and throw them everywhere. And ignore that, it's still the plate from the last time. This is still an alpha. That means I don't got all the features done. That means I got the core concept of the game done, the engines done, things work, but I still have to fix all the bugs. I still have to test it. I still have to add the rest of the features before I actually release this. One of my early favorites was the wine glass. This one is kind of difficult. I had my wife playing the game when I first created this one, which is pretty much exactly like it is today, and that was a good 4 or 5 months ago, back when I was just starting this project, maybe even 6 months ago. This is one of the first items I created, characters I created. It's tough because you got to go left to go right, and now I'm too far. It's too much of an S-curve. I can't go left to go right. It's just too much. And well, I had 10. My best was 13. Again, ignore that plate. It's not supposed to be there. It's supposed to be a recap of the wine glasses you just stacked up. Let's see. This one's a little faster paced, a little more fun. And I broke it. Look at all these errors. Okay. Let's, if you ever play this game, don't click on that character. It will crash everything. Okay, so I got some work to do on that character. This is a new one I created. I kind of like this one. It stacks up maybe a little too well. This one you could probably stack up in the hundreds, and I'm pretty sure your phone's going to crash, start on fire, and the battery's going to blow up before you get to that level, because that's just too much for the phone to handle. And it's just too much for me to handle. And I lost one. It's okay. I got 4 more hearts left. I'll survive. So this one is definitely challenging. Actually, it's not really challenging. This one you can go forever, but I still got to tweak all the little physics and everything on it. So each character is completely different physics. So this character has a completely different shape, so it stacks differently, and the physics, like how much friction it has, is different. So this one has a lot of friction. It's like almost glue where they're stuck together. Like the early plates were closer to what glass would be like. So really, really easy to slide glass on glass. You know, and ice would be like the easiest to slide. There'd be like no friction. and then like glue would be the most friction where you can't move the items. So every item has its own unique physics property and has its own unique physics shape. So every character every character has its own unique feel and play to it. Because I mean, this is a completely different feel than than all the other characters. So hopefully it'll keep the players engaged. Hey, it worked again. See, okay, that's because they're still in alpha. I gotta fix things like that. They should all be working like that, and I got a lot to do. But I forgot what I was saying. Like each player has its own unique physics. So every character that's added has a completely different, gameplay to it. Like this just reminds me of like a cockabur or something that just kind of like a sticker, and it's tough to get really high on this one. It's really tough. But it's, again, completely new dynamic of the gameplay and everything. So I'm hoping that'll keep players engaged because every character that they unlock is completely new experience. This is one of my early favorites. Just such a simple shape. Just 3 blocks put together, but you kind of gotta shake it a little bit to kind of get the block to go on there a little bit. Shake it left and right to kind of get the top block on there right. So it does add a completely new challenge again. So that's what I think this game has that not all games have. I feel like it's got the physics base to it. So every time you play the game, it's a little different. Kind of like Angry Birds. That's a physics game. So every time you shoot the bird, it's a new experience. And that's what I'm hoping that this is every time you play, it's a new experience, and every character you unlock is a completely new physics experience too. So you got to kind of be challenged again to figure out how to play the new character. And I haven't really designed a whole lot of characters yet because I'm still in the phase of getting rid of the bugs like you've seen earlier that crash everything. Yeah, probably shouldn't play that character in the game because it might crash everything. Hopefully I'll get that fixed by the time. And I missed that one. I'm dead. No. But I still don't know what characters I can create. I'm still creating new characters that surprise me all the time. And what I've figured out while I'm creating characters is it's extremely difficult to flip from Illustrator to Unity. And Illustrator's kind of like Photoshop to draw on the computer instead of like actually taking a picture with a camera and then using Photoshop. You actually draw the shapes and stuff with Illustrator. So what I've been trying to do is create my own character creator. So the player, you, can create your own characters, set up their own physics, and tweak them and play your own game and, well, your own character, and hopefully share that character with your friends. So let's see, where are we at? I gotta find. This is what goes into a game. I mean, look at this. Look at these files. I mean, it's endless. There's no end to them. I mean, how can anyone keep this stuff straight? I mean, this is what goes into a game. I got 444 hours into this, and I'm halfway done. I still got to bug fix all this stuff. I mean, here's all the videos that when you complete the game, that's where all the videos are exported to an app file. This is what captures the GIF. That's what that little image is after you're done, like the last 30 seconds of gameplay. That video you see, that's a GIF. This is a GIF system that I created and set up and that I had a code. If I double click it, it comes into the editor here. Here's all the code that I wrote for that little, well, it looks like I got most of it edited out, which means, I got a lot to do left on this one. And that's actually a really simple script. Like here's the one that we're going to see in a second. This is what allows you to move around the points of the character editor, which I'm getting ahead of myself. So this game will allow players to create their own characters. Let's see right here, in-game editor. Let's open up the scene. Let's go ahead and play it. So this will allow people to create their own shapes. So right here you got a square. You can create. So I got some sort of error going on here, but if you wanted to create kind of like you've seen before, you have those 3 triangles, so you can create a triangle. And I don't know if it's the software I'm using to record this, it might be, but it's being difficult. So you can create a triangle, then eventually I'd like to make it where you can just copy and paste that triangle and just make multiple ones and create another shape. We can create another triangle next to it, line it up, and I want to make it easy for the character to create, or easy for the player to create these characters. So this is what I'm working on now, is the character creator in game. So I use Illustrator to create these now, but I'm trying to make it easy where the player can create these in the game. So like here's like that diamond character I played before. You know, I can create, you know, 3 of those diamond shapes side by side, and it does everything. So I have a lot to do because it creates the images here with this, and then there's a lot of freaking math that goes on behind the scenes to create this stuff. Sorry, it got all blurry on me. That's weird. A lot of stuff that goes behind the scenes for this. And then I have to create the shapes. I have to create the colliders. It gets really confusing what actually hits each other in the 2D physics engine. That's the colliders. So there's a lot to do here. This is what I'm working on. This is going to take a while, but hopefully I could add like a create button down at the bottom, and they'll just be able to hit create character or play create character, and then just play as that character. And that will keep them not only engaged with the current characters and then the characters that I create and release for the game, but they can actually make their own. And if all of my business tactics work out correctly, which I don't think I have time for all of them, but if I do, you can share the character you create here with your friends or with anybody else. Or you can invite them to this game, say, hey, come check out this cool player I created, and send them this cool player because, you know, this is totally awesome. This is like the best artwork ever. I mean, I don't care what you say. That's just good artwork. All right, so that's where I'm at. That's what 444 hours of development gets you, and I have a long ways to go. So that was the exciting part. Let's get down to the boring part. Let's get down to the business part. Let's get down to the technical, techie details. So I'm going to bore you to death now with a little more tech within the spreadsheets. So here's my time log, and here's my hours per day. We got quite a few days. Scroll down to the bottom. I have 444 hours, well, 0.33 to be exact, devoted to creating, developing, designing this game. So I have probably about that much more left. So when this game's all said and done, there's probably going to be 1,000 man hours. So 444 hours is what? Just under like 3 months worth of development time if I put it in a 40-hour week. And I'm going to pretend like I did that in my head, but I did it with a calculator long ago. It's like 2.6 months worth of work. And that's on top of my full-time job. So this is just my hobby that I'm hoping to do for a living. So I'm going to show you the strategy that I have in place to make this my full-time career, because most people can make games. Not many people can make good games, and not very many can make successful games. When I say successful, I mean financially successful, so they have enough money to make another one. So what I need to do is kind of figure out what I want to do and how I'm going to make money off this game. And what I want to do is release a game that's fun, and I think the game has that fun element. I just have to figure out how to turn that into, you know, player engagement, where it's just kind of addictive and they play it and they want to play it and they want to keep playing it, and they're willing to sacrifice either money or watch ads, something like that, to play the game. That way I can make a little bit of money off of the 400 and some hours that I put into it already. If not, it's just a waste of my time, and I will never make a dime off of it, and I will never make a career out of this. So I'm trying to get you addicted to this game, because it's better to be addicted to that than it is to this. Because I don't know many people that are going to AA for Shaky Stack Anonymous yet. Although there might be a few people going to AA for Candy Crush. I bet the groups are out there. I don't know. We should probably Google it, but not right now. So here's my what if spreadsheet. I kind of like these. It's my projections. But it's like, what if I had 1,000 players here? Okay, what if I have 1,000 total players? And how much does it cost to acquire a new player, as we say in the marketing world? So I have a whole 6 subscribers, high 6 subscribers. So that means I could probably get 6 people to play this game. Yeah, 6. I know, 6 players. I could probably get those to subscribe for free. But what about the rest of them, the other 994 subscribers that I need to get to this 1,000 mark? What about those guys? Well, I don't have that many friends, or really any friends. Well, okay, no, you guys are my friends. You guys are all my friends. So how do I get those other people? Well, a lot of times people pay money. So the average amount people pay for a new user to download and install a game or an app on their mobile device is about $3, give or take. And I'm just going off of, I mean, it's going to vary, but let's just say $3. And then here's the total active user cost. Don't worry about this. This just means I have some crazy cool advanced features that let you share your characters with other people, and it lets you maybe share coins or invite your friends and all sorts of cool features that I'm going to talk about later. And that comes with some costs. So every player that I have playing actively that month, I have to pay a little bit for to have these features. So I'm going to say they play it for an average of 6 months, and for those 6 months, it's going to cost me 12 cents for that player. So don't worry about that expense. And then right here is, well, these are calculated based off of all the stuff that I put in. So the way this game is going to make money is it's going to have a coin system, like every game out there, I know. And the coin system will allow you to buy characters for, like right here, if you pay 100 coins, you can unlock a character. And what's completely unique about this system is, you might not like me for this, but I'm old school. Remember when you had to put a quarter into the machine to actually play the game? Well, that's what this is. Coins to play. It's going to take 1 coin to play the game. So you click play, it puts a coin in, and when you die, boom, that's it. It's going to take another coin to play next game. It's just like the old arcade games. I'm bringing that back, and I'll talk about more why I'm bringing that back, because it's so hard to make money as an indie game developer, because games are cheap. They're free, and nobody wants to pay for them anymore. And they force you to watch a bunch of ads that people don't want to watch. So I'll talk about where I'm going to fix all these problems with monetization shortly. And monetization is just a fancy word for make money off, well, in this case, my game. Okay, so I like these what if things. Let's get back to it. Let's just quickly go through it. We got 1,000 players. It's going to cost me $3 to get a new player. Let's just say total games played. So this means how many times do they die? How many times do they play and die? Let's just say they play and die 400 times on average per player. So if one person plays and dies 800 times, the next one plays and dies 0 times, the average is 400. And if I have 2 players. So this is the average per player. And then characters unlocked. So how many characters do they unlock within the game? So I have a bunch of characters. You see me demo probably about 4 or 5 of them. So if you want to play one of those characters, it costs 100 coins. And the only way to get coins right now is to buy them or to watch ads. And that's it. There is no other way to gain coins as of yet. I might add them. I might tweak them. Once I get into the next phase of testing, I will test this stuff to see the reaction from the players and see what works. But right now, you have to either buy coins or watch ads, which generates me money. So if the character unlocks 5 characters, the player unlocks 5 characters, it's going to cost 20 cents to watch a video. It's going to cost 100 coins to unlock the characters. And I did all this math. Don't worry about the math. Don't follow along. But basically that means the average player is going to have to watch 45. Oops. Stop that. They're going to have to watch 45 ads. And these are rewarded ads. So you watch an ad, you get coins back. You're rewarded. So you watch the full 20, 30-second ad, and then you get a reward. And the reason why I do that is because over here, this is just a rough estimate of what I get paid on average per ad. And if you've never been in marketing or played with that at all, you probably haven't seen any of this stuff. But if you put one of those annoying banner ads at the bottom of your game, yeah, we all hate those. The ones you accidentally click because that's what they want you to do. If you put 1,000 of those on there and 1,000 people see those, you might get $1. Or, well, I might get $1 because I'm the developer. And you might get really annoyed. So am I going to annoy you with banner ads for $1 and have to annoy 1,000 players for that? No, I'm not going to do that. So these annoying pop-up ads, I mean, you'll all see them. You're playing the game, and all of a sudden, boom, pop-up ads, takes over and you can't do nothing about it, and you're forced to wait 3 seconds before you can close it or something like that. If I show you those, I get maybe, the average varies so greatly, but I'm going to say an average of 3 is just a good number. It's probably a low number. It really varies a lot based on if you're in the United States or some other third world country, because it's just how much other advertisers are willing to pay. So it depends on how much money is in the country, really. So I get $3 if I show 1,000 people those, and I interrupt 1,000 players and say, hey, stop, you can't play the next level until you watch this ad, and I do that 1,000 times. I make $3, a few bucks. So then there's the rewarded ad where you say, okay, I need some coins. I agree to watch this ad. If you give me, say over here, if you watch the ad, you get 20 coins. That's what my what if projection is showing right now. So 20 coins. And people have to watch the full 30 seconds. And people are engaged, and people are going to watch that. And they're willing to watch that in order to get some sort of content. Kind of like, ads on radio or the TV. You're willing to watch those and continue watching the episode or whatever. And it's even more engaged than that because you actually have to click the button to watch those. So the engagement is even a little higher. So the higher the engagement, the more that advertisers are willing to pay because they actually know you're watching this ad and you didn't walk off to go get another refresher while the advertisements are on. So if I show you guys 1,000 of those, it's $10, and I don't have to force you to watch them. You actually go out and watch those on your own. So that's the ones I'm going to focus on. I'm not going to worry about these stupid pop-up ads. I can't stand those. And I'm not going to put banner ads on those. I can't stand those either. And then there's the third option, where if you just want to buy coins, say buy 100 coins for $1, which 100 coins will unlock a character, so it comes out to be $1 to unlock a character. Well, that's all great in theory, but the problem is only about 5% of mobile users actually pay to unlock anything. So if I don't include this whole ad type deal where you have to watch ads to get coins, I am eliminating 95% of my audience. I can not monetize 95% of the people because only 5% of people will actually pay money on a game. So it's so tough as a developer like myself to actually make money off of apps or games because not many people are willing to spend money. A lot more people on Apple are willing to spend money, and that's kind of how it is set up on Apple. But on Android, everybody is just set up to watch ads. They don't want to pay a dime. And that makes it real tough for developers to make a living doing this because you've seen what 400 hours got me. It's got a long ways to go. It hasn't got me that far, and that costs a lot of money. So anyways, back to it. Let's just say they play 400 games, which means it costs 1 coin to play a game. And that means they play 400, they die 400 times. They unlock 5 characters, which cost 100 coins each. And if I want blah, 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 it just, all said and done, means they got to watch 45 ads on average per player. And here's how many development hours I got in, 444. And here's how much money I will make. I will lose $1,895. I will lose because $3 per player that I'm having to spend on advertising to get a new player to play the game. That means I'm spending more money than I'm making. So that means it's a net loss. And all that time is wasted. So that means every hour spent developing this game, I am losing $4.27. And I don't know how to allow this to happen because the minimum wage is $7, $8 an hour. I mean, what is it now? So, I mean, I'm $4 minus. So how does that even work? But business still allows you to lose money per hour, which is crazy. So I can't do the normal $3, and I'm not that bad of a marketer. I've done some marketing in the past. I've actually find it a lot of fun. So let's just say it's going to cost me, I don't think I'm going to spend more than 50 cents per user. I really don't. And I got some tactics coming up, and I'll show you what those are. So let's just say it cost me 50 cents, and that's positive, and that's not what I want. That's minus 50 cents. I got to spend 50 cents. So I spend 50 cents to get every user that plays the game. And then if they die 400 times, now that means I've made $600 off the game, a little more. Okay, that's cool. Well, what if they unlock 10 characters? What if they're, super into the game and they want to unlock 10? I really feel like people will play long enough to unlock 10 characters. I really feel like I feel like the game is good enough that they'll do it. So they unlock 10 new characters. Okay, well, now I made 733. This is my total income. This is my hourly wage. And this spreadsheet is based off of all the numbers in here that are in yellow that I can change. And it will tell me the projected income on average of how much I will make. And it takes into account how many hours I put into the game, which is 444. That's based off the hourly wage. So I'll make not even $1,000. So total players, 1,000. There's no way I'm going to make money at that. You got to have at least 10,000 players to get anywhere. And if I get 10,000 players, I can make $7,000, a little over. Okay, not bad. $16 an hour. We're getting up there. Well, okay, let's say they play 500 games and die 500 times. So they'll play it for 6 months. I feel like they could die well over 500 times, especially if the ads aren't constantly interrupting them. I think that's okay. But my current setup, every time they play it 20 times, they will have to get interrupted by an ad to gain more coins, because coins are a finite resource. I make it that way because of multiple reasons that I'm not going to quite get into yet. So if they play 500 games, I'm a little more. Still not looking good. Still not looking great. Still not making money. Well, what if I can make, what if I can get 1,500 people to download it for 50 cents a piece, which is pretty cheap, but that's doable. I mean, that's a pretty big number, but I think I can achieve that. And now we're looking at something that's a little closer to actually make it worth my time. So if I could have 1,500 players, and based off how much time I already put in, it'll make it worth it. But the problem is, this 444 hours is probably not going to be a realistic number. I'm going to have to put another, I'm afraid, at least another 400 hours in. So let's just say if the total's 800 hours. Well, I'm back down to $14 an hour. If I put another 6 months from now, I put 800 hours in, $14 an hour. Yeah, it's painful. It's painful. So, all right, we're going to have 20,000 people playing this game. Back to 18. Let's say 25. Let's go. All right, let's move on. So we got 25,000 players. I can make $23 an hour. 24 almost. The sad part is that's $24 an hour where I am an entrepreneur. I'm self-employed. I'm a sole proprietor or an LLC, whatever. And that means that I have to pay my own insurance. That means I have to pay the taxes all out of my pocket. That means I have no pension. That means I have no matching 401k or retirement. And that means I have no dental. That means I have no vision. That means I have no health insurance. I mean, you have to pay part of all that while you have a job somewhere. But you have to pay all those out of your pocket when you're self-employed. So $23 an hour, not bad. But when you're self-employed, that's probably half of that. So to make actually $20 an hour self-employed, I'm looking at closer to the $40 range. So we're going to have to go closer to like 40,000 downloads to make it, or I'm at $37 an hour. Now I am probably closer to making $20 an hour at a traditional job that has good benefits and that has retirement package, because that's the actual cost for an employee. So if you got really good benefits from an employer and pension and matching 401k, they're probably paying you double what you actually get on your hourly wage, because in the long term they have to pay a lot more for you than just your hourly wage, because they help with your retirement and everything else at the end of your life. Okay, so I have to have 40,000 players. All right, so I can't afford that. I can't afford to pay $3 to get one person to install my game. It's not going to happen. I'm not going to make money at it. I mean, if I pay $3 an hour, I love these spreadsheets. I just love the what if. What if I paid $3 an hour? Well, wait, that's plus. What if I gain $3 per user? Minus. What if I minus $3? If I paid $3 per user to play my game, which is the average, I just lost almost $70,000. Okay, my budget would be gone long before that, but there's no way that I could actually create the momentum and the success that this game would need to actually go viral or do anything that I wanted it to do. So nobody would even see it. It would just sit there and it'd be unadvertised. And if you don't advertise, people, the project is dead. A lot of people that release projects don't realize that you have to nurture it. You not only create it, but you have to raise it. It's like when you have a kid. I don't have kids, so I don't know what I'm talking about. But when you have a kid, you don't just bring a kid in the world and let it go. Most people that create games, create projects, create apps, they create it, they spend all their time on it, they spend 9 months of their life, and they release it to the App Store, and they just forget about it. And then they wonder what happened, and what went wrong. It's like, well, you have to nurture it. You have to create it. You have to make it, and then 9 months later, when you release it, you have to nurture it and make sure that it actually succeeds. You don't just throw it to the world and let it go, because it will fail. And that's kind of a really cruel and horrible analogy, just having a baby and let it go and just throwing it to the world. It's so horrible. That's not where I was going with that analogy, but it's kind of true. You know, when you spend 1,000 hours looking at code like this and writing this stuff up, and just it is your baby. It really is. And a lot of people spend all that time on that development time, and then they forget about actually the nurture that it takes after you release it. So anyways, I can't afford $3 an hour because I would lose 70 grand. Dang. I could have a nice car for that. Really nice car. These little numbers are cool because, I mean, just the slightest little flick of a number just creates such a huge effect. So let's just say, let's go back to the minus 50 cents per user, which I think I could do. Let's just say, I mean, what if I charged 200 coins per character? Okay, boom, just made 10 grand. Wow. All right, let's undo that. 10 grand. So if I charge you 100 coins versus 200 coins, that's $10,000 in my pocket. It's those little changes when you're talking 40,000 players that make the biggest difference, and that's where leverage really helps. Because if you can leverage it with that many players, it's a lot of money in my pocket if I play it right. But if I do too much and get too greedy, everybody quits playing, and I don't have 40,000 players. I have 0. And then when I have 0, I have no money. But no money's better than minus 70,000. All right, enough rambling. Here's my marketing tactics. I've babbled on for way too long already. So my marketing tactics for this game are to mainly spam my Facebook friends, and beg them to play when it's released. You will know this when it comes out. I will be begging you guys to play this. And I will also be begging you to invite all your friends and tell all your friends and make them download it, because I spent 1,000 hours on this freaking game and probably a year of my life plus. And I kind of want to get people excited about this game. That's where I'm kind of starting right now. I went to a game developer meetup and kind of displayed my, I demoed my game there, and I got a lot of positive feedback, and they encouraged me to, well, keep going with the game. So I maybe added 6 months based off of some of their feedback. But I feel like I need to. Because I'm going to spend this much time on a game, I might as well just make it worth my while. Put everything I have into this to see if it succeeds. Of course, I need to build a following on all my social media accounts, which I'm horrible at. I don't really like the social media aspect of it too much. This part terrifies me. And once I get the game released, I think I'll print up some flyers and see if I can get it posted on the local grocery stores, the bars, all the local little businesses if they'll let me. I mean, just free publicity. And I'll probably talk to the local newspaper, see if they'll do a story on a local game developer. I mean, how many little towns have local game developers? Not many. So I think I can get maybe a free article about myself in there. I think that'd be kind of cool. If not, I'll pay them, I guess. I mean, the paper's still, when it comes to small towns, the paper's still kind of, it could stir the pot and get people to know what I'm doing, at least locally know what I'm doing. Create the website, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I'll create a website, of course. I already got one for my business. I'll need to create another one. I should create techie tutorials. Hey guys, welcome to this techie tutorial. I'm Darren Haba, your host. Okay, the last part wasn't on there, but one of my other YouTube channels is my techie tutorial channel, which I don't update that much because I don't have that much time. But it's kind of, teaching people how to do techie things. Basically, anytime I have a problem and I have to fix it, I was making tutorials, but I kind of quit doing that because I don't have the time. but I can make tutorials showing other game developers these strategies, these techniques of how to make a game that's successful, that they can actually make money off of, which is extremely tough to do. And even app development is extremely tough to do that. And now it would just be me teaching them how to do it and then saying, hey, please play my game too. And it's also a win for me, win for them. Oh, I would also like to create videos that I will show in the game, giving them a little bit of a behind the scenes look in the game and letting them to meet me, the developer. I think that'd be kind of cool. I've never seen that done. I would like to do that. I'd like to run in-game promotions. Yeah, sales coupons. Everybody loves those. So I can't afford to spend $3 to get a new user. So I need viral. I need viral videos. I need viral everything. And this video is not viral because it's 37 minutes already or something like that. I'm probably going to edit it out, so it's probably not 37. But I need to make viral videos. They have to be short. They have to be to the point. They have to make people laugh. They have to shock people. And they have to engage people. So my first thing is I want to start a YouTube challenge called Shaky Stack Challenge, #, where people just stack items up like this. And they stack the items on top of each other. I don't know all the rules quite yet. I'm dropping everything. But I just kind of want people to create simple videos of them attempting to stack items on top of each other. I don't know how this is going to work, but I say if you drop a cup, you lose, and you get to see how high you can go. And just a simple challenge. How many plastic cups can you stack on each other? How many cookies can you stack on top of each other? How many... I don't want to know if I kind of want to do the pancake one. How many flapjacks can you stack on each other? You're going to have a lot for breakfast. But these are the videos that aren't boring like this one that people will actually watch. And this one will go viral because all their friends possibly... Sorry, I dropped all the cups. Their friends might watch because it's them doing the challenge, and their friends might partake in this challenge, and there will be a challenge for all sorts of things. This is just the cups, but there'll be one for other items that are safe to stack on top of each other, so to speak. Now, the next one, sorry, Mom, sorry, Grandma. The next one's a little bit more of a viral YouTube video that I want to use for marketing because I can't afford $3 per user. This video is a little dangerous. Do not try at home. I am a self-trained professional. Wear proper PPE, personal protective equipment. And I do not, please do not try at home, kids. Do not try at home. Your mother will kill you. So, my own personal viral videos that I will make will be featuring actual glass. And I just broke that one. How many glasses can I stack on top of each other without shattering them into pieces? Which, for this demo, I just broke one of my glasses. That's awesome. So, I'm a professional. Don't worry. I'm not cut at all. So, I would do this in my... probably in the garage or something where there'll be glass shards everywhere. And I think it'll be entertaining to watch. And I'll stack plates on top of each other. I will stack bowls up as high as I can get. And they will come crashing to the ground and shatter everywhere. And I feel like these videos have the potential to go viral. So there'll be a YouTube challenge that everybody can partake in that's safe. And then there will be the stupid one that I do where I just break a bunch of dishes for views. Because honestly, if I go to Goodwill or garage sales and buy a bunch of old dishes for $5-10, that is so much cheaper than paying $3 per user, because $3 per user is expensive. Dishes, old used dishes, are cheap. I did kind of like this glass though. Yeah. Oops. My wife's gonna kill me. My wife's not a fan of this idea, but I just know it's so hard to make it with apps and games that you have to have a little bit of a crazy technique. And then what I like to do is, create my stack over here, and then have the game over here, split screen. So the game would be here, the cups on the game would be fallen. I actually got the game. Let's see, you gotta go back to the game here. Sorry for being so long. This gets so confusing. There's so much in this game. It's so hard to find what you need. So I'd like to create a video. And this would be the one that I advertise on YouTube to try to get to go, well, maybe not viral, but this is the one I recruit new players with. So basically you'd have the game there, and then you'd have me with my stacks, stacking the glasses on top of each other, just like the game on the other side. So you'd have the real life Shaky Stack, real world Shaky Stack versus game Shaky Stack, and then I would be on one side and the game would be on the other side, and we'd see which one would stack higher. Real life, game. Pretty sure game would win, but I don't know. So that would be my attempt at a video that could possibly go viral. And then paid marketing campaigns, I'd promote my videos, especially like the one where I break stuff in, because people love broken stuff, and then I'd pay to promote the one that compares them both, and that would be more of a video that you would see while you're playing another game, a different game, and I would promote my game and show me stacking physical items against the game's, game items, and then that would be kind of a clickbait to try to get you to click on that to come play Shaky Stack, and I have to pay for those. So I have to make them really, really efficient, or else I'm just wasting money. So the more I can give it that wow factor, the more likely people are to click through. Of course, blah, blah, blah. Use Shaky. Yeah, use my Facebook page. Promote everything on the Facebook page. Create another version of the video, just a little simpler and stuff. Make it more for Instagram, because it's the platform to be on right now. How to monetize it? Well, another way to monetize this, I'm hoping, is to set up a Patreon page that lets people donate a small monthly amount to my cause. Yeah, this is my crazy cause. And you would donate, say, $2 a month. I think the minimum is $1 a month. You donate $1 a month, and you're now one of my patrons, and you're supporting me financially to help me create this game and put in the hours it takes. And I will reward you with the honor of being my patron. Now, I would reward you with a lot of cool things in the game, and I'll get to those, but having patrons like that would give me a way to quit my day job and to actually do this for a living, because people would be financially supporting me every month, donating a few bucks every month or $8 every month, which isn't a lot to them, but it's a lot to me, and it would add up quickly, and it would allow me to quit my job and to do this full time, so I could spend a lot more time doing it, not just doing this part time. And then the other way I'd make money off this is to have players, watch a video, a rewarded video, to earn coins. So you watch a rewarded video, earn 20 coins. You guys have seen this 1,000 times if you've ever played any game on your phone. And then, of course, you pay real money, just like all the other games. You pay $1, get, 100 coins or whatever I decide. So that's how I'd make money, through patrons, through people watching videos, and through people actually paying money. And now, one way to make this go viral, on top of the other, viral tactics that I had of breaking glasses, I'm gonna have to get rid of this. I kind of like that glass. Another way to make this game go viral is an affiliate campaign. If you don't know what that is, don't worry. It's just like if I was an Amazon affiliate, which I might be actually one. But if I was advertising to you, I would say, hey, go to Amazon, check this out, and if you buy it, I get like maybe 4%, 3% of the revenue that thing costs. So you spend $100 on Amazon, I get $3. So I'm an affiliate. I direct traffic. I direct people to Amazon. If they buy, I get commission from Amazon. So I'm an Amazon affiliate. So what I'm trying to do is create an affiliate campaign inside of Shaky Stack. Sorry if I lost you, but what that means is you get coins by watching ads or paying for them. The third way to get coins is referring friends. I guess I should add that here. So if you refer a friend, you send a link to a friend, say, hey, check out Shaky Stack. Super fun, super cool, and if you do, I'll get a bunch of coins. Or say whatever you want, doesn't matter. And if they click that link and they install it on their device, every time, say they earn 100 coins, you will earn, like, I don't know what the percentage will be, but let's just say I got 10%. You'll get 10% of everything they earn. So if they get 100 coins, you'll get 10 coins. You know, if they get 50 coins, you'll get 5 coins. So anytime they earn coins, you earn coins. So you referred them, and now every time they earn coins, you earn coins. I've never really heard of it in the game, but I'm trying to make that a thing. So we'll see if the affiliate tactic works. I think it would. I think that'd make it go viral too, because, you know, you refer friends, you get coins, you can play for free. So, I mean, I hope that would just go viral and they'd just refer all their friends, and especially if it's a fun game to start with. I think that would be a super, super, super cool element that will make it go viral, because coins are worth something. You can only get them from watching ads or buying them. So once you run out of coins, you're forced to watch a rewarded ad, or you're forced to pay money. And I'm sorry, that's evil, that's mean, but I have to make money. If I don't make money, I can't do this for a living, and this is what I want to do for a living. And then at the end of the game, it kind of shows you a GIF, a video of how high you were, and like the last 30 seconds of your gameplay. I want to give them the ability to post that on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, you know, all the top sites out there, social media sites out there. Sorry, bug, send that. And then possibly when they share that GIF of their high score, I want to maybe add their link in there, where if their friends or anybody watching that clicks the button, goes to the link of the game, downloads the game, and installs it, then that means they were referred by that video, and the person that posted that video of their high score will get a percentage of every coin that person earns. I know it's a little confusing, but you post your high score, you post a video of your high score, and it'll have a link below it, and they click that link below it, they're underneath of you, and you get 10% of everything that they earn. And then if you're a patron, I want to reward you for being a patron. I'm not just going to say thanks, but no thanks. I'm going to give you free coins every day. You log in every day, you can get free coins if you're a patron, so you don't have to watch ads. You don't have to buy them. You're already supporting me by being a patron, by supporting me every month, so I will give you free coins and reward you. And then I will also reward you with unique characters that are only exclusively for patrons. So patrons will have access to certain characters that only they have. But I just realized that people can create their own characters with the editor, so I guess they could actually kind of create it themselves now. But still, exclusive patron content and characters. And then I might like double the coins. So like if a patron pays to get coins, you know, instead of paying $1 to get 100 coins, they'll double it. They'll pay $1 to get 200 coins. Or if they watch an ad, instead of getting 20 coins, they'll get 40 coins. So, you know, more bang for your buck if you're a patron. And that's kind of my viral social media campaign so far. And there's some other things. I thought about putting banner ads and the pop-up ads in there and just annoying the players with them and saying, hey, become a patron and I'll get rid of those. Might be a possibility. I don't know. We'll see. I'd like to create a leaderboard so you can see all your friends' high scores and see the last 30 seconds of your friend's gameplay to achieve that high score for every character. That might be a thing. It's going to take a little bit of development time, so I don't know if that's going to happen. You know, see your friends' high scores. That would be kind of like the last one. I might just add the high scores without adding the actual video. That'd be a lot easier. And then if I actually did the video of where you see your friend's high score, you'd be able to comment to like their high score, you know, to give them a little feedback. Be like, how the heck did you get to level 20 with the freaking wine glass? That thing's freaking possible. Way to go, man. Or woman. So that is my strategy, and I bored you for the last hour. But I don't know. I like to talk strategy. I like business strategy. This is what I like to do. I like project management. This is what I want to do for a living. We'll give you another sneak peek at possible character that's going to be in the game. Kind of reminds me of a dandelion, kind of, sort of, or something like that. But that's my tactics for the game. I'm only one man, and I do this part-time, so time is of the essence. I don't have a lot of time to update these videos. I don't have a lot of time to make them professional. I don't have a lot of time to edit them because I'm busy writing the code to write these games, and I'm busy to come up with the marketing tactics and strategies that can make these games successful. And if this is successful, I could start my own game studio, and I could do a lot more of this and have someone else write a lot more of the code. And that's my ultimate goal, because I want to do a lot more than just games. I want to make apps. I want to make things that make a difference. I want to change a lot of the things that are wrong in this world, but I need to have my own company to do that, and that is where I am trying to go. So hopefully this, guys, will last you the next 6 months, you know, before I make my next video. Hoping it'll be less than 6 months, but right now, what's going to pay the game, what's going to pay my bills is the game. So I haven't spent a lot of time on this aspect of it yet. Once I release the game, then it makes a lot more sense to be a lot more engaged in social media. But right now, my bread and butter is to make this game, develop it, release it. Then once I got a game, once I got a product out there, then I could worry about creating the videos and creating, hopefully the viral media campaign that follows to hopefully create the next Flappy Birds. Alright, guys, I bored you long enough. Thanks for watching. Even though I know none of you are still watching, I still am grateful that you watched the first 30 seconds of this video. On that note, here's to you. Again, professional. Self-taught professional. Do not try at home. I barely dropped that thing and it just shattered. Wow. Alright. Later.